What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Let's talk football. Breaking news. We're here in your living room. Hope I look good. Here you go. But you know, I'm not alone. Oh, I'm never alone. You see who I'm with. My partner in crime, the host of Mile High Minutes and her Denver Broncos, Tina Winter. What up, Tina?
Hey, it's Tuesday and I get to talk to two of my favorite people in the world. So let's go. Let's talk
Let's
some
go.
football. I'm missing
Let's
it.
go.
I saw one of the Instagrammer, I forget what her name is, the blonde girl. She's like, I'll take a Thursday night game with the Jets versus
Yeah,
the Titans right now, so
I'll
I
take
can have
anything.
some football.
I'll take anything. All right. I've been
Yeah,
watching so much old football. I will take anything right now.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. But hey, you see who he is. You see this man down here. Go, woo, 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 go, dogs, go. The host of This Week in Georgia Football, my guy, Mr. Anthony Handy. What up, Anthony?
I'm still trying to figure out what all this was, but you like, I thought we were going back to like 80s trance music.
Right.
She's
That is,
homeless. I didn't know what
It'd
that
be
was you
house
were doing.
music. Let's go with that.
I'm just saying I mean, but if we're gonna do intros, you can't do anyone any better. Rolex we do it. I don't know what that was, sir. Did you see it? What did I see? It's you wiping your eyebrows. I thought you had chicken nuggets or something up there. Anyway, yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day when we get to talk football because I have been soaking up so much football content that I have forgotten half the stuff that I've listened to, like 8, 9, 10 shows a day. It's insane. So let's do this, man. Hold on. Is that part of the thing, Tina? I think you and I have to do our eyebrows too for the show. Can it officially start?
do,
I
do
just
the
want to make
eyebrows. Get them right. Come on now.
just gotta make sure. Woo! And I'm having a hard time holding these gators down.
Let's go. Let's go. What is up, people? You see, we're here. It's been a while. We needed to come back and talk to y'all. And I feel so good being around these two people who I hold so dearly to my heart. And we love to talk some football. So, look, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. This is Let's Talk Football breaking news. Tina, what are some things we're going to talk about tonight?
Oh, we're going to talk about a little rookie contract situation with the Bengals, or actually, we're going to talk about a couple situations with the
Mm,
Bengals. Not just the rookie, but we've also got a pro that they haven't signed.
mhm.
And then we are also going to talk about Mr. Roger Mort, as I have
That
deemed
guy.
him, because I
That guy.
don't want to say his name. So, yes, we're going to be talking about Mr. Quarterback. I now play for the Steelers. Finally, he made a decision on that. So, that's that's what we're talking about today. Maybe a few
There you
other
go.
things. Got a few. I'm sure this one will have a few jokes and
Oh,
other
yeah.
things. He'll
Jokes. What are
take
the
us on
jokes?
tangents.
These
Oh, yeah.
ain't jokes. These ain't jokes. I'm just serious. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no. I'm sure Anthony will delight us with his many voices and many things. And I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens. Look, let's get into it really quickly. The Bengals have yet to sign their first round draft picks. Mark Stewart, edge rusher out of Texas A&M. Tina, apparently it has to do with just some language in his contract. Like, and
Yeah.
the Bengals just put in, even though other teams have it. This is the Bengals are doing it just now. What's going on here?
There's a clause in the contract. In like you said, the Bengals have not been putting it's in their pro contracts, but it's not been in their rookie contracts. There's language, and other teams do this too. So it's not unusual. But what the clause is that it says is that if you violate you violate certain sections of your contract, you have voided the guaranteed money under your contract for that year. So nobody's really talking about exactly what they are, but the best way you can come up with is if you got suspended in your first year of your rookie year, then you voided the guaranteed money under your contract. So this is what Shemar is not happy with. And I can understand it as a rookie. Like, it's a bit much, but like he's also said, like, this is the first year the Bengals are doing this. They've never done it in the past with any of their others. Now, also, two of the other first and second round rookies have signed this contract. So it's a murky situation, and I think both sides have good points and bad points. So it's not good when you have your edge rusher, because we know the Bengals need a lot of help on defense right now. To have your rookie edge rusher sitting out and not even being able to practice, not being able to be with the team or anything until he signs the contract. And from what I'm reading, I don't think this is something that they're going to be able to force him to the table.
No. And this really makes you wonder, Handy. I'm going to come to you. Turn my volume down. Handy, I'm going to come to you.
Yeah, you sound like Prince in 1984. Never meant to cause you. And it's Samo.
Fix my music. Yo, but Handy, you know this guy. He's in the SEC, played at Texas A&M. I mean, a stud edge rusher. Was able to dominate. There's nothing in his background that would make you think that they would have an issue. Why aren't they making this move? I mean, and the players in the locker room, the older vets are like, hey, stand on your 10 toes down. Do your thing. You're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
what would you advise?
What would I what?
Well, I was gonna say, what would you advise if you were, you're an older guy and he's, you got this young guy coming in and he's not doing anything wrong, but they're trying to essentially.
I definitely would say to the younger for the benefit of the younger veterans, for him to stand fast, because if they do this and they're able to execute this successfully, then they can do this to other players as well. Because you got veteran players that can go out and let's say they got a long week because it's a bye week and they don't have to show up to the practice facility till Tuesday. So they played early on Sunday. Guys go out and tie one on or something like that. And then all of a sudden, we're doing away with your bonus for breaking 1,000 yards rushing this season. Like, that's the kind of things that these guys can do. Mind you, these owners are, let me remind you, these owners are printing money. Basically, but remember, I've said this. I brought this statement to this very group of shows. Every single one of those 32 men, women, children, whoever owns the franchises, every single one of them is a billionaire with a B. So what's the you know what I'm saying? That's like me having 70, 80 grand in the bank and my kid wants $10 and I'm like, nah. For what? Oh, well, you didn't wash the dishes. You didn't wash the dishes before 3, so nah, I'm not gonna give you that 10. What's that all about? Get your money, young blood. Plus that, I think this thought just occurred to me. Another thing is, a lot of these kids are coming into the league already having a little something in their pocket.
Right. Yeah. Somebody asked him about that. He said, how did you being in college and dealing with the NIL and those contract conversations, how did that play into this? And he said it wasn't anything different. He said in college, I knew what they were offering me, kind of what I was worth, and I played for it. I was good. There was no issue. The same thing happened here, and yet they're still kind of. He didn't say this, but in paraphrasing, kind of jerking me around. Like I know kind of what. Well, yeah, well, right.
I have a feeling his agent is the one that's familiar with this clause. Is the agent or somebody that they have financial that his people did their due diligence and read the actual contract and saw that's in there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, it's suspensions. There's other things that can happen. It's just nobody's really talking about what those things are because they're in the contract and nobody really wants the contract language to get out.
Right.
They're trying to keep it a little bit on.
It could be anything.
Oh yeah.
It could be whatever. Those infractions could be anything. But like, hey, coach, I'm tired. Can I sit out this round of sprints? You know what I mean? So
yeah. Or it could even be like a lot of them will have contracts in there that says like in the off season they're not allowed to do like extreme or high intensity sports, and they go and do something and hurt their knee or something like that, and boom, done. Yeah.
Funny you mentioned that. I just saw a story today that a certain wide receiver who is nicknamed after a jungle animal, who's known for being very fast, is considering trying to get permission from the league to try out for the Olympic track team. So he can't afford. Well, he might back down off of his stuff because he got too many mouths to feed. He'd be like, "Wait, what? What? I was counting on that bonus."
Or
formula.
Or maybe he's sitting here trying to find another profession because his quarterback might be on his last brain cell. There's Tua might be one hit away.
He's not going to make as much money in track and field as he is as a professional football player.
I believe that. But if he
decides to go play baseball,
or if he gets the Olympics and gets that kind of notoriety, that might open up other places where he can go do this and run. I'll race and cheat it for 100.
I don't know.
And you only got to think he's got money. He's got a Super Bowl ring. He's got this over here. So he might not be chasing the dollar.
Let me stop you for a second. He has a job that pays him a wonderful amount of money, but he also has a lot of chitlins, and they are not cheap.
Yeah, but he also doesn't. I mean, look, and I get that, and if he can still parlay this over here for other things, yes. But he also don't want to. He's a small brother, and he's smaller than you and I, so he ain't trying to be taking hits like this. Especially when I don't know about you, but I can't name that many other stars. I mean, there's a couple solid players in Miami, but Tua is one hit away. They just got rid of Mostert, their running back. You know what I mean? They still got A-Chain, but we don't. We'll see what happens there. But what wide receivers? Tyreek might be their only guy. But hey, look, that is what it is. We ain't talking about that. Ben is in here. Said Bengals effed up the wrong Texas A&M Aggie. Hey,
yeah,
we see it. We got people watching. Andrew Fober's in the comments. What up, Foobs? Nicole Oppenheimer is around. What is going on, Nicole? Hope all is well.
Did you say Foobs?
Foobs, yes.
Hey, Foobs, thunder up, fool.
Hey, come on.
He's a bit. I'm a Spurs fan, but I'm loving what's going on here in Oklahoma City. Not
okay,
to derail the NFL conversation.
Hey, one game away. One game away.
J-Dub was so nasty last night. Anyway,
one game away. I gotta say, I for you, I'm kind of like, hey, hopefully that works. I mean, both these teams haven't won, but I'm kind of partial to Indiana, to Hoosiers, to Halliburton. We'll see. I was a Reggie Miller guy. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's up. What did Ben say? Anthony, you want KD?
I'm good.
Yep. There you go.
Remember, I'm a Spurs fan. I'm just showing the like I work side by side. This is a state where there's not a whole lot of options as far as what I mean. You got OU, you got OSU. The overwhelming majority of the people here in Oklahoma are OU fans. You've got either football or the softball team, and now everybody's all of a sudden a gymnastics fan because they won a national championship. And then as far as professional sports, they've got a semi-pro baseball team, a semi-pro hockey team. Most everybody here roots for the Cowboys because it's the closest team. But the team that they can claim, the pro team that they can all claim, is wearing that blue and white, and they play down in the Paycom Center. They play in the Paycom Center, and they definitely put on a show for the fans last night, and I'm loving it. It's just like when I was living in the DMV, and the Nationals, was it the Nationals or the Capitals? I forget, because I was already gone. When did the Nationals win that World Series?
2017, I think.
Yeah, I was still in Virginia then. It was like, okay, all right, okay, all right. I see you. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, you did an excellent job. You do it again, I guarantee you. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm back. But the point is that I'm just showing love to the folks here because even at work, they let people go out and read meters with all their OKC gear on. They just got to wear their protective vests or whatever. So I'm loving it, man.
I like that. I'm
glad I get off work at 4 because it starts kicking. Scissortail Park, which is across the street from the arena, is less than 2 miles from my job, and the traffic all within God knows where it gets crazy because if they're not at the arena, they're at the bars. Okay, I digress. I pulled the plug on Shemar Stewart. But yeah, get your money, young blood. Get it while you can get it because your career it doesn't matter if you play 2 seasons or 10 seasons, it goes a lot more quickly than you think. So get your money, get your worth.
Yeah. They get it. I'm with you on that. Shout out to Nicole saying what's up and saying she's watching us and the NHL finals. The the Florida Panthers are playing the Edmonton Oilers. I believe the Florida Panthers are up 3-2. Shout out to y'all. Our Canada people are big Edmonton Oilers fans. Hopefully they can come back, win this thing. Florida won it last year. And so this will be back to back for them. We will definitely see how that all plays out. Let's move on because Tina, you alluded to this earlier. There's a reason why they might be a little hesitant on, kind of acquiescing to Shemar Stewart in his contract. Is because they still have a situation with their current star edge rusher, Trey Hendrickson, they have yet to get his extension going. He wants more money. He is not happy with what they've done. And he's already said he will not play if they don't get this taken care of. Is there any chance this works itself out, Tina?
I think it'll work itself out. I just don't know what's going to happen because it seems like they're trying to play chicken with 2 guys that just ain't going to play. Like Hendricks is like, I'll sit out. And Shemar's like, yeah, I'll sit out. Because, Shemar sits out for the year. He goes back in the draft.
Boom. And somebody else. And now he can go.
Well, he's got to sit out the whole year. And then he can go back into the draft. And then he could be picked up by anybody. No. He can't. Right now, technically, he cannot go back to college. So,
boy, if he sits out the whole season, he might be popular.
It's the John Elway situation.
You're going to be popular.
John didn't sit.
Okay, who was it? The one that sat? We had this conversation before.
Bo. Bo was the one who went to play baseball.
Bo.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the Bo situation where if he sits out for the year, like if he just doesn't sign his contract and he sits out for the year, then they only have an exclusivity to him for the year. Once the year's out, then he can go back into the draft.
Yeah.
And I could see him possibly doing it. Because like you said, this isn't like 20, 30, 40 years ago when you didn't have NIL money when you were in college.
Yeah.
You needed these contracts because this was going to pay for your family. This was going to help everybody that helped you out through the years. And this was your contract. And so the teams knew that. The rookies are coming in with a lot more bargaining power than they used to. And so that's, I think, why some of the teams are trying to play with these contracts. They're not doing it to be malicious. They're doing it like what Andy said. They want the money. That's all. They want to make money off of these guys. They want to make as much money off of them in the first 5 years because that pays for their contract. So I can't fault a businessman. I can just say that I think you played with the wrong people on this one.
Well, with this generation of kids that are coming up now through college, I mean, if you think if Cincinnati and the rest of the league thinks this is bad, wait until you get some of these kids that have transferred 3, 4, 5 times while they were in college, and they have made gobs of money, and they're like, I'm not even going to start unless I get X number of dollars plus a guarantee. It's going to turn into a hot mess. And I mean, oh God, not even to think about the revenue sharing that's going to take place. As long as
they put that in.
As
you know how much money they give it to them.
Yeah, but that's also as long as the oversight committee does not, the oversight company does not start voiding all these guys NILs. But that's a different story for a different show.
No, they definitely, because we talked about that. They definitely gave the universities, I think it was 20.5 million, but that's for all of the sports. But football gets the bulk of that stuff.
Except in Kentucky.
Bengals offense better score 35 points on average per game if they're going to have any chance to make the playoffs this season. Typical cheap Bengals. And this is normally what they do. Bengals can put up points offensively, and that's where they put all their money with their quarterback and 2 wide receivers. So maybe this is what they're relying on. But the fact that you have an edge rusher in Trey Hendrickson that has had back-to-back years with 17 plus sacks. He is up there with the names in the NFC and all the great kind of the leaders in the AFC and in the league, to be honest with you. Even though he gets overshadowed by the TJ Watts and the Myles Garretts and everything like that. This guy is worth it. And if you look back at the year they went to the Super Bowl, which was 3-4 years ago, this defense was one of the things that really helped him to get over the top. This is one of the things that was help. We knew how elite that offense was, but this is when they were down 21-3 to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. This is what brought them back. That defense that held the Chiefs late in the game. So they need to have this. They need to get Trey Hendrickson, and them not doing it, they're very close to potentially not getting both of these guys, and that's a terrible thing. That whole thing, I definitely want to look into that Shemar Stewart thing. I did not know that you can go back.
If I'm remembering correctly, I'll admit it's been a little while, but I remembered reading about it, and I do believe after a year he can go back into the draft. So, but who knows? And I mean, it's a crazy situation. And I mean, we kind of talked about this earlier with Shemar and all of that. Like, this clause is in Saquon Barkley's contract. So the Eagles have been using it for a while. So I think it's a case of the teams really are trying to get their contracts to be as close to each other as they can be, because then there really isn't any real negotiation that can go on. You negotiate how much you're going to get here and there, but the contract itself, and that's just the way the NFL and contracts work. They're cyclical. You'll go for a while in 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. It would, until we got free agency, it was very owner forward. Then you started having with free agency and the Players Association, then they've kind of switched to more player forward. And it's just a back and forth thing. And you find holes, if someone takes advantage of it, they try and plug the hole, back and forth. So, I mean, the Bengals are just, I can't fault them for it, though. Seriously, these are not the two to play with. No, just based on what I've seen and everything, it's just, I don't think Shemar is going to sign if they're going to make him sign that contract. But they can't back off of that because they had 2 rookies that have already signed the contract.
Right.
So they dug themselves a hole. And
oops.
I mean, think about the Bengals this year. It took until about game 9, 10, 11 for the Bengals start to come together and gel. And that was because their defense was hurt a lot. And so I hate to say it, AFC, if you're edge rushers, you don't have good edge rushers, you're not going to have fun.
No, not at all. You were going to get run over roughshod.
Yeah. Especially,
and you mentioned this too, Sean, like TJ Watt is in the same situation right now.
Same boat, right? He's looking for his extension, and they're not coming up off that, but yet they're giving money to Pickens. They're giving money to Aaron Rodgers and bringing these guys in here. You got to pay your guys. You got to pay the guys that have been consistent. And for the other side, maybe TJ Watt's in that same place that Hendrickson's at, where he's like, hey, listen, I've been dominating, but what's our ceiling? Maybe Pittsburgh's ceiling is playoffs and then out. And how good has he been in the playoffs? Maybe it might be his time to go elsewhere, and who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, everybody works these contracts out. Yeah, they do, but sometimes it's not pretty, and sometimes you lose a lot of time. And Shemar losing 4 or 5 months while they're getting this contract done, that's not going to be good for his productivity as a rookie. So, I mean, edge rushers are good, but sometimes they need to be playing with their line. They've got to be working out with everybody else. So, okay.
Interesting.
I think we beat that horse. Or I should say that Bengal.
Right. Both of those are going to be very interesting to see, and we're going to, that probably would be the biggest news in the AFC North, unless
is so true.
Oh yeah, Bengals have a great wide receiver. Though with Chase, maybe they're just chasing dreams instead of the Lombardi. They're chasing something. Okay.
James Green said that Cincinnati is just cheap.
Which is true.
Just cheap, and I'm with that as well. Oh man. So hey, but look, that would be the big news in the AFC North if this didn't happen. Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers after holding out for however long. Oh wow, my man Jared Harmon, Shemar Stewart, the great value brand, Jadeveon Clowney. Woof.
Ooh.
Woof. Oh man.
Great value brand and Dollar Tree brand.
They both the same. This is rough. That's terrible. Let's get into this. Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers. This is absolutely crazy. But before we get into this, we are going to we're gonna get a quick break. Look at his taper. We're gonna get into a quick break. Hold up, let me see what else nobody wants to sign away their guarantees. Exactly, and Shemar's not trying to do that. But look, we're gonna get into a quick break. But we're gonna talk about Aaron Rodgers on the other side. And as we normally do, we have a segment called "You Make the Call." And with that, we're gonna ask a question to you guys. Will Aaron Rodgers revive his career in Pittsburgh? Doesn't look like they're giving him the offensive coordinator. Doesn't look like he has a list of players that he's going to get come from different teams. Can he and that rigid Pittsburgh Steelers, our organization, can they mesh? And can he, change it up? Can he bring back that glory that he had at 4-time MVP, 1-time Super Bowl champ? We'll see. We'll talk on this on the other side. Yeah, buddy. That is my guy, Anton Benton of Awesome Artisans. Lives in the Virginia Beach area, but definitely travels up up the east, up and down the East Coast and in the Midwest. Check him out. Awesome underscore artisans on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. Definitely get in touch with him. He does work inside and outside the house. Definitely does great things. Shout out to all you that are here with us. Welcome back to Let's Talk Football Breaking News. It's your boy Sean Spencer, my amazing co-host Tina Winter, and you see this guy down here, Zagnif Productions own Mr. Fingaz. I'm sorry, and my man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got tongue tied, and you're muted.
What did he say?
He said, "What did he say?"
I had to flip it and reverse it. It's your feminine way.
Flip it on reverse.
Anyway, hey,
shout out to the people. Shout out to the people in the comments. Hey, we got Ben Cornett. We got Nicole, Alec Schomburg on dry land. Our guy, our Navy guy in the building. Nicole said, "I'm interested in your guys' Aaron take now." Oh, it's coming. Ben said, Aaron Rodgers is like the porn star who says he's done with his lifestyle, but will you still date me? I'm still good at certain things. Oh my goodness. This is where we're at. Hey, yes. Then that was beautiful, my man. Yes.
We broke Tina.
Yes. That was lovely. James Green, no, if he doesn't get off to a good start, Will Howard will be a starter or Mason Rudolph. We know the defense could sustain him, so that could very well happen. Can he? Let's go to it. We asked the question. Misa Dor said, "Hell no, he can't do it." Tina, I'll come to you. Will he revive his career in Pittsburgh?
No.
Oh
no, I don't think so. I can't give Roger Moore anything. Like, no, that man needs to die. Like, his career needs to die and just go in a corner. Go with your ayahuasca and all of that. I mean, but the honest to God's truth is, if Tomlin didn't bench, I mean, look at how, God, my brain is like so totally fried right now. If Russell stayed through half the year doing some of the stuff he did, Rodgers is gonna, as long as he can throw a pass and pass the ball off to somebody, he'll probably stay in that position. So, unless he blows another Achilles tendon.
Well, right, and Handy, he's gonna be. Go ahead.
I thought I read something about him somewhere. Like, something about him? Did he go get himself one of these? Did he boo up? Did he cinch up? Like, is he on clink lock? Did he lock it down? I thought I read something about that.
Wait,
he's got one, but nobody can find the marriage certificate.
He got married?
I'm just saying, it's like all over.
He said he got married
to his girlfriend.
Which, we never know who he's dating. Not since Danica Patrick.
Right, that's the last person I thought he was dating.
Like you see him at Burger King on Tuesday. What?
Oh, who else?
Oh, Shadley. What's her name?
Oh, the one he was dating when he was still in Green Bay, right when he left Green Bay.
Yeah, she was from Denver. So the scuttle was he was going to come to Denver with her. I can't remember what her name is, but yeah, she's the actress. But yeah, he's got like it looks like a wedding band. It's a black wedding band, and he says he got married, but he's never said her name. Well, that's probably because he hasn't gone on Pat McAfee's show since he made this announcement. Because Pat'll get it out of him.
I'm surprised he didn't have the wedding on Pat McAfee's show.
It wouldn't surprise me if they do. But I'm almost beginning to think it's an ayahuasca fever dream.
Seriously.
What was that movie with Ashton Kutcher where they got married, and after they were really hammered and they got married, and like Las Vegas.
Oh
I
yes.
see where I don't.
You can't. The only Ashton Kutcher movie I can remember off the top of my head is Guess Who and Dude, Where's My Car? That's
Guess
it.
who was good? Guess who was good? Shout out to late Bernie
And the
I'm
Mac.
one that
saying
he had the thriller one that had like the butterfly effect.
Butterfly Effect.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Ben said it's amazing that the only quarterback that was drafted by Pittsburgh during Tomlin's tenure was Kenny Pickett. Tomlin has been there nearly 20 years now. Unreal, I guess. There's a price to pay for being over 500 every season.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. We know what they put all their money in is that defense, and we can see it. You got Fitzpatrick, got Hayward, T.J. Watt, or them not paying T.J. Watt, but they put money on that defense.
Jared, you stupid.
Yes, yes. He's locked in.
You bet.
Yeah, and then him and look, going back to the conversation.
That's Mike Tomlin got the job, right? He's got to go to get some TJ Watt. He's got to get. We not get Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is on nowhere at that time, son.
I mean, do we honestly think Tomlin and him can get along?
Well, apparently, and that's what I was about to say. Apparently, Tomlin and him, they were taking pictures together. They can hang out. They can coexist. I've heard.
Right now.
Yeah,
I will say this.
New York.
I will say this. I heard. Who was it that said this? Not Spencer Tillman. I can't. Why can I not think of his name? But one of the NFL analysts was saying that this might be a good situation because of the fact that you have a prestigious franchise in the Steelers. B, you have a coach that's a no nonsense type of guy, and and one of the things that people think, like when they go to the Steelers, it's like almost a reclamation project. We think about Dwayne Haskins, the late Dwayne Haskins. When he went to Pittsburgh, he had that mark on his name from the strip club and all the stuff he did in Washington, and then he went to Steelers before he passed. Unfortunately, like he was actually kind of getting things together and
the corner, yeah.
Right. So Rodgers, we already know he is. This is one of those situations for me where kind of like we look at like guys that used to go to the Raiders. Like if you can't make it here, you're done. You're out the league. I think this might be one of his last chances, but I think there might be mutual motivation because to Ben's point, Tomlin, 20 years, never a losing season, but 9-8 and 10-7 and getting into the playoffs and losing in the first or second round. Steelers fans are used to wins. They're used to Super Bowls. This type of stuff, it's not acceptable to the. I talk to Steelers fans every year, and it's like half the year we want to fire him. Then we get to the playoffs, and they're like, we love him until we lose that first round. You know what I mean?
The Steelers fans are asking an awful lot. They've won how many Super Bowls? 6, and they've been how many times? What, 7?
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been 7 times in 50 years. You do some quick maths. That means they only get to the Super Bowl on average. Not granted, a chunk of them was in the 70s, but on average.
I was about to say 4 of them was in the 70s.
Yeah, 4 of them was in the 70s, and then but the whole thing is, on average, they're going to the Super Bowl once every 7 years. Calm down. It's all right. It's going to happen, okay? One of these days, you'll get back there. Just hopefully you don't get a 28-3 lead and turn it over. But, I'm just saying. I will not ever let go of that, Matty. I swear for God.
I'm about to say, he's not Matt Ryan.
I don't even know what I just said. I just made up some Italian, but I hope it sounds like a curse. No, I'm just saying, Steelers fans will be okay. I get that you get used to winning. You don't see Patriots fans. Well, actually, they did run. They ran Belichick out of town fast.
Yeah, and the other thing about Patriots fans is you take away that window that they had when the Brady and Belichick years, those 20 years, and the rest of their franchise is like 1985 and then like the 60s. Like the Patriots were not anything. The Steelers were from 60 from 70 to about mid 80s because they were in the AFC Championship against the Dolphins in 84. That was 14 years, and they had a little die off, and then early 90s they're back in the Super Bowl and dominating, bringing it back. And it's just me thinking I think this is going to be a situation where both of them are going to start off on the right foot, but I think you guys are right. Eventually, Rodgers is going to be
Well,
Rodgers. To be like,
yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Like Jared had a point that Tomlin had an AB and Big Ben, but those were both younger guys. Younger guys coming in the league. You're talking about Aaron Rodgers, who's been playing in the league since Michael Jackson got rid of the sparkly socks, or at least it seems he's been in the league that long. And you're talking about a 40-something-year-old man who's got grown pretty accustomed to do. And I've seen it. He did the same thing going into New York. He gripped and grinned. He kissed the babies. He went out and hung out at all the New York spots and signed autographs and all that. And then when the rubber met the road, and then he found out that the Jets are who we thought they were. Yeah, then it was back to regular old Aaron. So we'll see. Best of luck. Hey, Coach, because that's how you choose go. Coach, best of luck to you. Just saying.
I have a question. Do you think Tomlin's going to trip his own quarterback?
Oh, damn.
He could.
I like how you asked that. I like how you asked that question in that sweet but diabolical voice.
I mean, that's
he's had success
when he did that. That was like, nope, there's a different side to this man.
Look, when your job is on the line, anybody's expendable. All right.
And that's the thing. Over the last 5 years, he's been able to keep the team at the level that his job was never in jeopardy. Now,
well,
my question is with Aaron Rodgers is if Aaron Rodgers F's up the chemistry in that clubhouse, I think you'll see some changes.
I like how you had to turn your head to the side because you almost had something. You was like, if Aaron Rodgers, hold on, walk with me, Jesus. If Aaron Rodgers messes up the energy.
So the funny thing is, the question is, he might be the chemistry starter because who you got left over there? Najee's gone, Pickens is gone. You got Freiermuth. Aaron's been good with his tight ends. And then you have what other wide receivers do you still have over there? So they might have brought Aaron in because they're like, we need some kind of support on offense.
Well, yeah, they need some kind of leadership. But we've seen with Aaron Rodgers, like outside, he's not what I would call a leader of the team. He is the quarterback.
Oh, Metcalf. They got DK Metcalf. Yeah.
It's kind of like Jay Cutler is very famous for saying, like, I'm the quarterback. I don't want to be a leader. And Aaron is the same way. It's about him. It's about what he wants. And maybe he realizes that if it doesn't work with them, he's out. So he might play. But yes, Dinklage, what would you like to say?
You mentioned George Pickens. You know what else Pittsburgh needs? They need a full-time barber on staff. So George Pickens can get a decent haircut. That boy's been walking around Pittsburgh, walking around Allegheny County or whatever the hell it is, where Pittsburgh is, or Hines County or whatever the hell it is. He's been walking around there looking like the second coming of Buckwheat from the original Little Rascals. They got all that money. Boy, go cut your hair. Cut your hair.
He gonna get a haircut in Dallas.
Oh,
now he got traded out there.
Just saying.
What do you guys think it would have been like if he hadn't gotten traded to Dallas? How long would you give that team before the two of them were going at it?
That would have.
Pickens would have started a fight with him on purpose.
No, I would have. I would watch that with popcorn. Like, okay,
I would have wanted that on Hard Knocks. If they would have all got together, I'm like, yes, I want to watch this. This is absolutely what I want to see. So I can dig it.
I like Ben's comment. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers about himself? No way. No way at all.
Nah. Not about himself. So we'll see. I mean, honestly, who knows if they can get it done. Like, honestly, I with that defense, I think the bigger concern right now needs to be TJ Watt and getting him under contract and solidifying that D line, because at the end of the day, that's been the only consistent thing that Pittsburgh has had. And yet, that's also been the thing that has consistently brought Pittsburgh to the forefront. They've always been in the hunt. They've somehow managed to win last year with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Justin Fields for 6 games and Russell Wilson for the rest of the year and get to the playoffs. They've been able to do it over the last couple years, from an ailing Big Ben to Duck Hodges to Mason Rudolph to, you know what I mean? So the defense will get it done, the run game, and obviously the coach. But this is going to be very interesting because Aaron is
Aaron.
He's Aaron. Exactly.
He's just like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. He might know he's not supposed to do what it is that he's getting ready to do, but he's going to do it anyway because he's smarter than everybody else.
No, because he thinks he's smarter than everybody
right.
else.
Well, that's my point. Is he thinks he's smarter than everybody else. Like the aliens built the pyramids smarter than everybody else. Did I sorry. I forgot. Where's my medicine? I really need to start taking that.
He thinks it.
He's saying stuff.
No, that's just saying what everyone else is thinking. That was my innuendo with the ayahuasca crap. Go back in your TP and leave us alone, Roger Mort.
What did you think? What did you think? What did you think of the picture, though? Did you see the picture? The picture of Roger Mort. Did you not see it?
No, I did not see it.
Oh no! Well, Tina, you and I sent it to you. I was asking Sean if he saw it.
Oh!
See, I'll look it up now.
The one with he's in the cape?
Yes. Tina and I were having a discussion about Roger Mort and how he would look. And I had a little conversation with Meta, and Meta was so kind as to acquiesce to my request and instantly create. And I kept tweaking it. And the more I sent it, the longer the LOLs became that I was getting from Tina. But since Tina and I meme each other to death every day, I'm gonna have to go back to like January of 2019 to find the damn pictures that I sent. So
I thought you put it up on Roundtable.
I don't think I did.
Roundtable?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, because I'm looking at our chat. I didn't see it.
Okay. Yeah, it's essentially like Rodgers is in like a Harry Potter kind of cape and like.
Oh, I'm getting close because I'm getting close to the front of the rehab remix. I started saying rehab. Lord, I might need rehab. I'm getting close to the front of the month, and I think that's when we had that conversation because it was right around the first weekend.
Well, yeah, I found it. I
Good.
There.
Oh yes, I remember this. Oh yeah, you did send me that. I love that.
And then he had another one that came in like this.
That's the one. Yep. And see, hey.
Oh, here we go. See, he kept going. Yep. You can tell he was going through AI.
Well, Aaron, having a lot of fun with that. Oh, I'm not as close to my camera. Never mind.
Yeah, Aaron. Look, at the end of the day, we'll see how Aaron operates. I mean, if he's able to have success, we've been having this conversation the last several years. Can Aaron return to form? Can he be what he once was? Unfortunately, we have not seen those years, or fortunately for Bears fans who still hate this man with a passion, and I understand. Oh yeah, let's not get Nick on here.
I think the only person that hates him more is our dear friend from Michigan from the Ladies Show. She can't stand it.
Yes. Yeah. Nicole said he looks like a wizard. Yes. He's not a mythic legend.
Not the kind to help Dorothy get home.
He looks like Roger Moore. No, get down.
Oh my goodness. So yeah,
he looks like a dark wizard, and he's like,
yeah.
You gotta be dark though. On behalf of all the dark skin brothers, why you got to be dark though?
Well, it's going to be interesting.
Sean just walked right past that. He's like, I'm not touching that. I'm MC Hammer 1991. Won't touch that. Do.
Oh, Nicole said, could they be Could they be that they're waiting for him to retire and loop in some cap space? Be interesting. Could be.
I mean, they don't have to pay Wilson any money for him being gone, so that wasn't a big deal, and that's so yeah.
Are y'all finally done paying Wilson?
No.
Denver? Oh, sorry. One more year? Good God.
I think so. I'm looking it up just to be confirmed, but I'm pretty sure we're still paying part of his contract.
Oh.
God, I hope it's off.
55 is coming. 5.
Wilson.
Andy, is that your birthday?
Yes, sir.
Oh, when's your birthday?
Happy birthday!
Not today. Next week.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, next Monday.
Dig it. Next Monday?
Yes, sir.
I can dig it. Happy. Well, we'll see. We'll talk to you then. So, but happy belated early birthday.
Make 55 look
belated,
good,
just in case I forget it.
Well, I already had 2 people hit me up today. It's like, yo, happy birthday, bro. I'm like, you a little early. But thank you. Appreciate it.
What's the date? The 22-3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my kid for Father's Day, I get a text on Monday morning. So I am a silly goose.
We're gonna cut this. We're gonna shut it out. Hey guys, we're out of here. We appreciate you guys being here with us. We're probably gonna be talking more in the background. You see who it is. The lovely Tina Winter. This guy right here, Mr. Fingaz, Anthony Handy. It's your boy Sean Spencer. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us for other conversations about Aaron Rodgers, because apparently that's what we continue to talk about this offseason.
Isn't it hilarious that he's the person that sucked all the energy out of us to the point where it's like, yeah, this is a good place to stop.
It's just got to end here. We're out of here. We'll see you on the flip side.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye.
Washington had no hesitation in this offseason. They hired Bob Myers, a special consultant.
They're taking advantage of the fact that players and celebrities are public figures.